Well, what a difference a day makes. 832 points yesterday down on the Dow. And of course, I'm getting calls from media all over the place after they've ignored me for many months. And that's the way it is. Now, since the September boom and bust issue, I've been harping very strongly on two scenarios. Either we're peak here between like late September and early November and have a first sudden crash into late this year, early next year, or if we survive this period without a major crash, more than 10 or 15%, then we'll have one more leg of this Trump rally into 2019 before we get the big one. And again, if we get into the latter part of 2019 and the Dow approaches 30,000 or the S&P 3,300, that to me is going to be the greatest signal and slam dunk in all history for the big crash. And that's when I look, in the September leading edge about the 90-year bubble buster or great reset cycle. The biggest crashes and resets in modern history, and especially in the United States since the Industrial Revolution, happened and bottomed in 1842 and in 1932, exactly 90 years apart. And the next one comes in 2022. And of course, I've been harping on that number and that target roughly for a long time, many, many years, even back decades, that this fall boom would peak and then we would have a bottom around 2022-23. So where are we now? We have not yet broken critical levels. And you do have to remember, we had a crash just like this early this year, from the late January top into early February. In that first week in February 5th and February 8th, we saw two extreme drops. The first one almost 1,100 points and the second one almost 1,200 points on the Dow. So this has happened before. This is sharp. Well, this is sharp. We have support on our S&P channel, which I showed in the boom and bust for September, around 2,700-ish, as long as we can hold there. And we're only a couple percent before, and markets are set to open a little lower again today on Thursday. But, if we can hold 2,700, then we're okay. In fact, there's a good chance the markets will go down sharp again today or tomorrow, hit around that level and bounce. And then we'll see what happens. If we get down the road and we get down to 2,600 on the S&P 500 and especially below 2,530, then the odds of this go up. So I have just shifted from kind of like a 40% chance that we're peaking now, major top, and 60% sometime later next year to 50-50 with this. This is the correction we've been looking for. The market was due for a correction either way. The key question here, to keep you kind of calm, do we get more than a 10 to 12% correction like we saw earlier this year? See, if we get that, we're still in the channel, still in the band, and we haven't broken anything seriously. So that's what we're looking for. We'll keep you updated. If I have to come on again tomorrow and Friday, I will. So again, this is the beginning of something. This is something we're going to watch closely, and you should too. We've been trying to come up with a hedging strategy. And before this crack, you could have hedged a large cap portfolio for about 3.5%. Now it's going to be a little more expensive with put options. But still, if we do see a bounce back, there may be a good shot to do that coming in the weeks ahead. So again, we will keep you updated.